Have another look at Sndl growers. It's been about a week since we last looked at this one. The price has leveled out, it does appear to be, over the past month, and yes, it has been going down for some time. We hit lows down here so far, which were around the 78-cent mark, so again, pretty low. It was lower than I was expecting this one to go, but you know what, Sndl is coming back quite strong, up by 1.7% today so far. Past 5 days it is coming up, we can see. We started off the past 5-day period on a price of around 83 cent, it would appear to be. Somehow now we are on 89 almost. So again, not a big gain, but it is still a move in the right direction. I think when it comes to Sndl, it's things like this that we do need to remember. So Sndl's fundamentals, yes, we've looked at them before. I know I say this in a lot of our videos nowadays, guys, but obviously, if you are a long-term viewer, and I definitely would recommend subscribing, you will know that on weekends, usually Saturdays in fact, we do look at fundamentals of companies, and we do that quite often, especially on some of our favourite companies. So you know what, throughout the week, I'm not going to bore you guys, waste your time, look at the fundamentals, if nothing has really changed fundamentally with these companies. So anyway, Sndl isn't doing bad today. Let's talk about what has been going on. I am not a financial advisor, so do your own research, come to your own conclusions. I'm sure you already know that, but you know what, I'm going to state it anyway. But yeah, if you may enjoy this video, make sure to give it a fat like and subscribe as well. You'll be helping the cause, and I have realised just now we are about to touch 12,000 subscribers. It's a pretty big goal. You will already know if you have seen the icon on screen. We are trying to get to 100k. We're very, very far off it, but you know what? You guys have been killing it recently. So with that being stated, we are going to jump into this video looking at some of the information about the stock which you might want to know, especially directly looking at share price. So we're going to start off over here, obviously looking at the share price over the past 6 months, because in my opinion this will allow us to gauge context in the best way. 6 months ago we saw Sndl at a price of around 25 cent, and at the start of that we even saw it lower than that in the teens actually, you know, 16, 17, 18 cent, 14 down here. So of course if you'd have bought Sndl back then and held and sold at the highs, you would have made an absolute killing. It went up to almost $3. Now when it went to around $3 it came down as quickly as it went up. That is fine, and that was expected to happen in my opinion, because Sndl is a good company, don't get me wrong, but this period around here, from basically here I do believe touching about 80 cent all the way up to this $2-3 mark, I do believe that was extremely overpriced. Not a bad thing, but it was bound to come down in my personal view. But right now where we have came down to, we're in a much more reasonable level, and you know what, if you do draw a line through that, you can see that Sndl would have kind of been at a level around $1.50, perhaps a bit lower than that right now. So for that reason, you do have to be asking yourself, price-wise, is Sndl a decent bargain? Well, I definitely do think it is an interesting company, and I have said this before, guys. Obviously, with what we are seeing with a lot of cannabis companies, a lot of cannabis in general, especially in the United States, we are seeing decriminalization, if not legalization, in a lot of states, and potentially, you know, a nationwide legalization or even decriminalization going forwards. Now, the question is, what will this do to companies like Sndl? Now, Sndl in this space is, of course, one of the smaller companies. I'm sure you already know that. Their balance sheets weren't the best last time we looked at them, but you know what? It is a company that does have a lot of potential. Just because it's not necessarily doing the best now doesn't mean it can't grow going forwards. I think being as they did clear that debt earlier this year, I do believe it was, if not late last year, I think this has put the company in a great standpoint, and again, I do believe this is going to help them to grow in the future. So would I buy Sndl at the moment, guys? Personally, I would, but obviously I wouldn't buy too many shares, as with it being a penny stock, with it being quite volatile, and with it continuously going down, I do think it is associated with quite a lot of risk. It's a decent company, I do believe, but right now I think Sndl is one of the best points that we have been seeing. Obviously, just my personal opinions, especially over the past month where we have seen this dip. It does look like we have seen it hit a bottom down here, which was just above 85 cent, I do believe. So again, we hit a bottom, we actually did come back up from there, and hopefully we can continue to rise. So if you're looking to get into Sndl, I would personally suggest that you go for an approach of strong and steady growth over the more long term. Just my personal thoughts. I thought I'd just make a quick video wrapping them up for you. So thank you for watching. See you very soon.